So I'm about to do a video about training through big changes. Did I go too far to make a point? This isn't actually really what I mean by that anyway, so. Hey Run Junkies, if you are like me, it just bugs you when you have to miss a workout, when you can't put that sticker on your calendar, or when your training peaks turns red instead of green. Well, there are days that it's just really hard to get that workout in, and a missed workout here or there doesn't really make or break our training. But then sometimes we go through these seasons of big changes when it affects our training, not just daily, but maybe even weekly or even long-term, like over several months. So today I'm going to talk about training through big changes.
It's Vlogtober with joyful miles and running with grace. It's Vlogtober.
So none of us are really immune to big changes, right? I mean, obviously I'm not. Whether it's a change in jobs, moving, maybe getting married, having a family, or even experiencing loss or major illness, all change is inevitable. The trouble is that our runner type A brains don't always understand that all the time. So when we miss a workout, we're adding to that stress of the big changes by telling ourselves that for some reason, we absolutely positively have to get that workout in. For some reason, we believe that that workout is at the top of our priority list because it probably has been for a long time. And maybe that workout is important on that day, but also maybe it isn't. Now, I'm not going to give you a one-size-fits-all prescription on how to get that workout in every single time, especially during big changes, because that's just not realistic. Through these seasons of upheaval, I'm just encouraging you to shift your thinking about what is really the most important in your life at that moment. Remember that our training doesn't exist in a vacuum outside of the rest of our lives. In fact, our bodies are directly affected by the stressors that these major times of upheaval bring. In these times, we have to allow ourselves the grace to be flexible, not just with our training, but with ourselves. When we encounter these big seasons of change over a longer period of time, our bodies and our brains are working on coping with all of the stressors that come up during these periods. These coping mechanisms can manifest themselves through things like lack of sleep or disrupted sleep, not eating properly, gaining weight. So it's through these times that we have to double our efforts to really take care of ourselves even more. Listen to your body, and if it's telling you to rest rather than go work out, listen to that. Now, don't get me wrong. Maybe during these times of stress, the best thing for you and everyone around you is for you to go out and go for a run. On the other hand, sometimes you're just better off skipping it. Many of you know that I just got married, and the weeks leading up to the wedding, I kind of had a little bit of pass from my coach. She just told me, get the runs in if you feel like it, otherwise don't worry about it. There were days that I had a run planned and I didn't get in a single mile. It was okay, but it drove me crazy. My coach reminded me that my priority in this season was rest and stress management. Get the runs in when I could, but otherwise just take care of myself. And it's funny because there was a time when I used to delete the workout completely from Training Peaks, so I didn't have to see it actually turn red. Like, it would drive me crazy. I hated that it would turn red. But now I've kind of shifted my thinking over this a little bit. If I do leave it in there and it turns yellow or red, then I'm just looking at that time as saying, okay, you know what? There was something more important that I had to deal with that day. Maybe all I did was sit on the couch and relax, but that was probably more important at that time than just getting in that 4-mile run. Now, we don't want to make a habit of that when everything's going smoothly, but we do want to allow ourselves to do that every once in a while. The point I'm trying to make here is all about perspective. Yes, maybe you have a major race coming up and maybe there's an aggressive goal for that race. But unless you are racing for money, and let's face it, most of us aren't, the running will be there when you need it. All you need to do is postpone or alter your goal, or you can keep going for the goal as you set it. However, I would encourage you to make sure you have the strength and the support crew, the people around you that will help you get that far. Just remember to be flexible and patient, not just with your training, but with yourself. Whether you're going through a big change right now or everything is smooth sailing, just remember that we all have to encounter these major changes, major upheaval points in our lives somewhere along the line. But it's how we decide to take care of ourselves through those times that will determine our success. Remember that life is about so much more than running, so please take care of yourself first. My question for you today is this: how have you managed your training through major changes in your life? Please leave thoughts, questions, comments, and suggestions in the comment section down below. And as always, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Also, Vlogtober continues tomorrow with Laura's training update, so head over to Joyful Miles and please subscribe there. But that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. Get out there, go find your awesome, and until next time, happy running.
It's Vlogtober.
Do you like the hair? I mean, I hope you like the hair because I love it. I think it's really fun.